A KwaZulu-Natal man allegedly caught raping his own daughter is yet to be arrested. The 5-year-old's mother says she was sleeping in the same bed when she woke up to witness the incident. She says she was badly beaten for trying to protect her daughter. But police say investigations need to take place before any arrests can be made. eNCA's Dasen Thathiah has been following the story and joins me now from Durban. Dasen, a very disturbing story. Can you tell us more about what is alleged to have transpired?
Well, we've been trying to establish more details on exactly how this took place. And what we know for now is that this incident took place on Sunday. And the reports that we're getting is that the father allegedly returned home after being out drinking. And that's when the mother and her 2 children were in bed. It was at that time that he jumped into bed. I believe that the mother was taking a nap at that point as well. And it was shortly after that that he allegedly then sexually assaulted the little girl. And that's when the mother intervened. So that was the account that she gave. After the attack, the father then fled the scene. He left their home and was nowhere to be seen. And during that time, she was then trying to get help. One of the first people that she reached was a teacher at her child's school. That's the victim's school. And she explained to the teacher that this is what had allegedly happened. And that's when help was then sought and a security company was called in. I spoke to one of the first responders in this case. They went to the house on Sunday evening to assess the little girl. Let's listen to that interview that I conducted with Vinod Singh of Reaction Unit South Africa.
Shortly after 10 p.m. on Sunday night, Reaction Unit South Africa received a call from a female identifying herself as an educator. She informed the controller on duty that she received a call from her pupil's mother stating that her husband had raped the child. The caller could not provide a location, an exact location of where the incident occurred, so the controller on duty obtained the mother's number and contacted her directly. Once a location was identified, reaction officers and paramedics were dispatched to the scene where they made contact with the child and the mother. The child was examined by paramedics and the mother was interviewed by reaction officers. She stated that she was asleep in the house with her 5-year-old daughter and twin son in bed. And she woke up to find her husband, who was under the influence of alcohol, raping the child. She then intervened when an altercation followed between the couple. He assaulted her before he fled the scene in an unknown direction.
Dasen, how are the girl and her mother doing at this stage?
That was one of the key questions that we were asking. We did visit the community of in that part of Tongaat today and tried to speak to some of the neighbors there, and they said that they hadn't seen the mother and the little girl, and that's because she'd moved. So she had left their home and she's now elsewhere, a place of safety which she had found on her own. I believe it's a relative or a friend where she's staying. As far as we understand it now, the girl has been checked. She is in her mother's care. I also then tried to get comment from the social development department to find out if they would be intervening, and I was told that they would be. So they are expected to get in touch with that family if they haven't already. But police are saying that they will be speaking to the mother again, and then we'll be able to get a further update on the little girl's condition. I spoke to Brigadier J. Naika of the SAPS earlier because one of the questions that arises when you have a situation like this is, where's the suspect and why has he not been arrested? Why hasn't that happened? Several days have passed. So we tried to get an explanation from the SAPS. Let's listen to what they had to say to us.
The docket was only opened yesterday, and like I say, it's a very sensitive matter. We don't want to rush this, investigation just for it to be thrown out of court, just because we are excited and under pressure from certain individuals. We did, as I say, the docket was opened yesterday. We did meet with the NPA this morning, and that consultation has been arranged for tomorrow, where all the necessary role players will be in at that consultation, and a decision will be taken from the meeting from tomorrow. The child is with the mother. The investigating officer has been in touch with him. They've moved out of their home where the incident took place, and at this stage we cannot disclose their location.
Dasen, it is such a difficult story to report on, and the tendency is for us to get incredibly emotional about it, but we have to remember that the facts and the investigations have to lead us in how we react to a situation like this. Thank you very much for bringing us a very difficult story. That was our senior reporter, Dasen Thathiah, coming to us from Durban.